Bye, people. So this is what I decided to call the goodbye corner, because eventually that's where we just say goodbye to each other after coming out of the meeting every Tuesday. It's just like it happens to be a place where there is a streetcar stop and a bus stop, and it's also where we turn left to go to College Park and talk a little bit with people that decide to come with us. And it is, I don't know, I always remember this place because we actually spend a lot of time here. We are not only saying goodbye, but we're always trying to convince people to come to College Park and have a chat with us. And some people are like, I don't know, this is my first time here. I just want to go home. This was already a lot for me to meet a lot of gay people in a single room. So this is where we try to make people, to make connections.
Okay, the reason why I left from my country to come to Toronto, because I wasn't feeling safe around my family, especially my father, my mother, and my sisters and brothers. They didn't accept me for who I am and my sexuality. I mean, my family didn't appreciate me because I was the different one in the crowd. And I was like, I'm the worst one. I was abused, punished by my father. Every time I left from school, come home from school, I always was getting lashes, mark up my skins with wounds and stuff like that. I wasn't feeling sorry leaving my country to come to another country because I know I was flew to another country for my safety and for my protection. And I mean, Canada is my destination where I choose to come to meet my own sex type, and feel more relaxing. My goodbye stories from back home is not like sad as now. When I come meet my people who I interact with most than my own family, because they now become my family.
My goodbye story is very sad because I had to flee the country, not leave the country. My father was a radical Muslim, and when he found out about my homosexuality, he just basically wanted to kill me. I was really lucky that I had a very good boyfriend, and he had a very good boss who was Canadian, and he helped us to leave the country, and he actually paid all the tickets, like all the way from our capital to Toronto, and it was such a stressful time. I had to keep everything secret. I didn't tell about my plans to my friends, like close friends, like close people. And now, of course, I'm really happy that I'm alive, first of all. And second, I'm really happy that I'm in Canada, in Toronto, and when I came, I could barely speak English, and now I'm leading a tour.
In 2004, I came to Canada with my high school in some kind of interchange program. That was my first experience in Canada. I only stayed here for about a month with my friends from high school, and I liked Toronto. I liked Canada at all. So ever since then, I decided I want to come back here and live here. So in 2005, I made big plans to come here and live here, but I don't know, something went wrong. When I made plans, I told all my friends, I'm going to Canada and I'm not coming back anymore. And they said, oh, that's so sad, we're going to miss you. But then I didn't come. And they said, okay. In 2006, I made plans again and I decided to come. And I told all my friends, I'm going to Canada. And they said, but weren't you going last year? And they said, I said, yes, I was going last year, but things didn't work out. But I'm going this year. But I didn't come 2006. And they said, okay. 2007, I made plans again. And I said, this time I'm going. And they said, no, you're not. I said, I am. And they said, no, you're not. And I wasn't, because plans didn't work out again. 2008, here I come. I've made plans once more. And this time I really got myself into it, and I told everyone, I'm going to Canada. They said, no, you're not, because you told us 3 times. You always say you're going to Canada. You never go. But this time I came, and they didn't have a chance to say goodbye to me because they wouldn't believe that I would come. So I actually came, and my friends didn't believe I would come. I have to go back to really say goodbye to them someday. I had to live some kind of 2 different lives. I had to go to university, study computer science, and be like this person that would have a job and be a normal person. and I would have to live my gay life apart from that. I would have my gay friends, and I couldn't tell everyone that I was gay, because people are just, I don't know, homophobic, and they have a lot of prejudices. If I ever told people in my university that I was gay, it would compromise my chance of getting work on campus. It would compromise my chances of getting a nice job after. Because people will just say, oh, he's like gay, he will go out every night, he will drink a lot, he won't be a nice employee. That's some kind of mentality that you see quite often in Brazil. And also, politically, it's not a nice environment to be, because it's a society that is very divided. You have very rich people, and you have very poor people, and you have a middle class that is completely in between those two, and they are struggling not to become poor and try to get like closer to the rich people. And this middle class, in order to survive, what they have to do is exploit these poor people, and that's what sort of what my father does. He has a company, and he has to hire employees and pay like almost less than minimum wage for them, which is already like not a lot in Brazil. And he has just to keep hiring people based on what they want to do, not to starve. And I thought that was sick. I didn't want to be part of that, so I decided to come to a place which is not perfect, but at least it's kind of more human, I think.
When I was leaving St. Vincent to come to Canada, I didn't want anybody to know that I was leaving. My mom didn't come to say goodbye, more than she helped me to get out of the country because of my father. And she was there. She couldn't say anything to defend me and protect me, because she would have been the worst of it.
My goodbye story is more, I was sort of shipped to Canada. More like UPS.
My parents got divorced, and I lived with my grandparents, and my dad filed for custody, and I had no choice but to move to Canada. At first, I hated it, but then I found out about Express, and I met a lot of great friends, and I was able to see parts of the city and experience the city other than being an immigrant, but making the city my home, and that's pretty much my goodbye story.